And welcome in Irish Nation to the Golden Dawn here with Drake Campbell, a junior captain linebacker. And Drake, thanks for joining me. We had a big win against Warren Harding, and of course, your captain, you're starting on that defense, and you guys pitched a shutout, and that's the first one of the year, other than that Farrell game, which was a shortened one, of course. But what was it like to put 4 quarters all together and pitching a shutout against a really good dynamic team who had a lot of really good athletes on that field?
Yeah, I mean they were a good team. Had a bunch of weapons. Kind of emphasis all week was just have a good every day in practice, just one day at a time. Have a good day of practice, and we had a pretty good practice week, and it showed in the game.
Right, and how much emphasis do your coaches, Coach Reardon, Coach DeSantis, and everyone else put on the practices? Because if you don't practice well, you can't play well, right?
Right. I mean that's everything. I mean just about every week is talking about just doing your best at practice. Being physical, competing with each other every day, and yeah, just compete at practice and make each other better.
Right, and of course, how nice is it when you're pitching a shutout on defense, but your offense is also putting up the points, including Luke had that pick six, so 28 points from the offense, the pick six. I mean, what's it like when you're getting all that support and you kind of take a little load off the shoulders of the defense, not worrying about okay, this game could be tied with one play.
Right. Yeah, it definitely takes pressure off the defense when your offense is making plays and putting up points. But I mean, still, defense still has to play at a high level and help them out. So even if they mess up on a drive, we can still get their back and yeah.
Right, and you guys got Austintown Fitch this week, and that's a you know not a rivalry game because Coach Reardon said just Mooney, but it's a rival-like game, because it's a lot of close schools. You guys play each other a lot, storied past and storied programs, and so how is it going into facing them, a team that is going to give you their all?
I mean, like similar to Coach Reardon said, it's similar to every other week. We play a good schedule, a lot of good teams with good talent. So I mean, I think we're approaching this just the same as any other week. Same emphasis, tempo on offense, physical on defense, ball security. Just play physical and play tough.
Right, of course, now being a junior, you've been in this program for a few years, and so how do you think you've grown as a player, and just in general throughout your first few years playing? Because now you're starting as a junior.
I mean, yeah, obviously the physical growth in the weight room, getting faster, getting stronger. But I mean, as a player, I've definitely developed through the coaching of my coaches and, just watching my captains before me kind of teach me and help me.
Right, and of course your older brother played at Ursuline. So what's it like, getting knowledge from him about everything that you can?
Yeah, I mean, he comes to my games. It's great. And he's always out there supporting. Yeah, a little bit of rivalry there between us, but yeah, he comes to the games to support. So shout out to him.
Trying to see who can get the most sacks in a game or something like that,
Yes, Yeah.
And so, what's the story behind the number? And not everyone has one, but do you have a story behind the number you wear?
Not really necessarily behind my number. I mean, Jack had 4 last year. He was a captain, so I mean that plays into it a little bit. But kind of just like the number 4. I can't
Right.
really say I've had too much previous experience before, but yeah.
I'm sure next year, another year you'll be captain. I'm sure it's another year you're gonna have that number 4 on your back. And we talked about the big offensive line they have at Fitch. They have good running backs, a good mobile quarterback who's athletic. What's the defense going to do to stop them? Because that's not an easy task.
I mean, yeah, honestly, I think the biggest thing is just each person doing what they need to do what they're supposed to do and just being physical all around. And we're playing together in unison. It's tough to stop.
Right, and so if you could tell me, you model your game after one NFL college player, who do you kind of, look up to as a football player when you play?
I mean, I can't really say I have like one person I look up to on like the football field, but I mean, just outside of the field, just kind of my dad, my older brother before me. But yeah, I would just say my dad and my brother are the biggest role models for me as like male figures. But yeah.
Right, and so you've been playing, like I said, 3 years, and you're playing a linebacker, correct?
Yes, sir.
And so what's it like being on that kind of the middle line, with Frango's another captain as well, and that's kind of a part of the defense, because you're in the middle of everything all the time, and you got to, be on the balls of your feet no matter what, pass, run. How does that attention to detail really help you in your game and your growth?
I mean, yeah, you mentioned John Frangos, a great player, and another captain, like you said. He helps me out a lot. He's a great leader. But yeah, we just have to be on point every play because you never know when a play is going to come your way or whatever. So you always got to be on your A game.
And with the growth part, from week 1 through week 5, a tough loss week 1, but it was a solid game to start the year. Then you rattle off 4 wins in a row, 4 impressive wins, especially with the last week against a 3-1 team. That's just 25 minutes up a little cross county rivalry game, and What was it like to get that win? But also just now you've won 4 in a row, kind of get your guys' groove going.
Yeah, the emphasis is just take it week by week. Don't look too far ahead because, again, you look too far ahead, every opponent we play is good enough to beat us.
Right.
So, yeah, just take it week by week and just play the best we can, and that's all we can really do.
And what's it like when you're playing for this coaching staff at Ursuline? Because, it's a great staff, and you've had the chance to grow into them for a few years now.
I mean, yeah, all the coaches are great. Coach Reardon, Mr. DeSantis on the offense, Coach McGlynn on the defense. I mean, I could go through them all. They're all great coaches. I don't want to leave any of them out, but they all do a great job.
Just say literally everybody, and
Yeah.
they won't be left out.
Yeah.
Lastly, what's your message to Irish fans coming on Friday night, pack the house at Standball?
Back to your last question, I also got to shout out Coach Chauncey on the
Okay.
linebackers. But, yeah, I mean, we need everyone there this Friday. I mean, it's going to be a great atmosphere. They're going to bring lots of fans. We're going to bring lots of fans. It's just going to be a great environment to play football in.
All right, and you'll see Drake and the Irish take the field Friday night from Standball Stadium against Austintown Fitch, the old Steel Valley foes. You can catch that game on YSN. It'll be live. I'll be with you guys. Thanks again for joining me from the Golden Dawn restaurant. I'm Tim Corso. That's Drake Campbell. Have a good night.